Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to the SmackDown review. SmackDown tonight was from the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. And SmackDown tonight, I thought it was just a very mediocre show, in my opinion. And the show revolved around Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. They end up appearing on SmackDown tonight to come face to face with The Rock and Roman Reigns. This is the first time that all four guys were in the same ring together since they all went face to face at the WrestleMania Kickoff Press Conference in Vegas. So that was revolved around tonight's SmackDown. Outside of that, if you didn't watch the show, you didn't miss anything, in my opinion. So tonight we saw Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. They ended up taking on Grayson and Austin Theory. Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, was in action tonight, and he ended up taking on Karrion Kross. We had Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time, also in action, and she ended up taking on Mia Yim. This is a rematch from a month ago. We saw these two go at it a month ago, and it was Tiffany Stratton's, debut when she debuted last month on SmackDown against Mia Yim. And then we had Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee ended up taking on Angel, Angel Garza. So that was pretty much, SmackDown tonight. Overall, very mediocre show outside of the ending between Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and Roman Reigns. But anyways, let's jump right into the review. SmackDown opened up tonight with Logan Paul. Yeah, great. Just how I want SmackDown to open tonight. Ready to put me to sleep. So Logan Paul walked out. He's the United States champion, of course. He ended up getting in the ring. He got on the mic. And he ended up saying Dallas is his city of firsts. He ended up saying 2 years ago, he wrestled his first WrestleMania in Dallas. He ended up saying tonight, they will be the first to witness history unfold. So Logan Paul ended up saying that he is a conqueror. And the fans started giving Logan Paul the Stone Cold Steve Austin what chance. So he ended up saying that he isn't doing that. And that this is his moment. Logan Paul then ended up running down the fans, ended up saying that they suck. And he goes on once again to say he is a conqueror and that he didn't join WWE to take part. He joined to take over. He ended up saying they can what but to look at him. He ended up saying that he is the best rookie of all time, the United States champion, the most viral athlete in the company. He ended up saying that everything he touches turns to gold, and no one can garner attention like him. Logan Paul ended up saying that he is successful, but he isn't talking about his United States Championship, his YouTube podcast, his boxing matches, or his 5-star wrestling matches. So the fans end up booing Logan Paul. He ended up saying that he is talking about WWE. Logan Paul ended up saying that ever since his first appearance, they have broken every record. They have the highest viewership at every event, and every premium live event is sold out. And at the biggest deals they ever have done. So Logan Paul ended up saying that he is the secret sauce, and the WWE business is booming. He wanted to say that one could almost say that the WWE is in its prime. And, you may be right about that. Ever since, Vince McMahon, is gone from the company, WWE has gotten, a little bit better under Triple H. And you could say that, WWE is in its prime, like they have sold out shows, sold out premium live events. WWE is doing much better, after Vince McMahon left. And we all know the shit that Vince McMahon has done. What a disgusting fucking human being he is after, the shit that came out about him. So Logan Paul ended up saying that he has a surprise. He asked for a drum roll. So we heard the drum roll, being played. So the ring canvas was unveiled, and that there was a Prime bottle logo in the middle of the canvas. So Logan Paul ended up saying that they have partnered with WWE to be the first ever center ring sponsor of this organization for Prime, starting at WrestleMania and every premium live event from now on. So it looks like they killed, their sponsorships, because now every premium live event is going to be sponsored by Prime. And I have tried Prime. I think it's okay. It's not great by any means, but it's one of those hydration drinks where if I'm in the mood to have it, I'll have one. It's not something you should all go crazy and go to the store. I'm not going to say, oh, you got to go out there and try Prime. It's the greatest hydration drink. Oh, it's better than Gatorade or any of those other hydration drinks. Powerade. No. I think Gatorade, Powerade, both of them are much better than Prime. But like I said, Prime is okay. Just not great, in my opinion. So Logan Paul then introduced England's finest, another social media megastar, and his partner in crime, who is KSI. KSI jumped the barricade, fans were chanting USA. So Logan Paul ended up saying that a moment this big deserves a big photo. So then we got a cameraman, he got on the ring apron, and he started taking a photo of both Logan Paul and KSI in the ring. And then Randy Orton's music ended up hitting. So both Logan Paul, KSI, they ended up looking at the ramp, waiting for Randy Orton to come out. So Randy Orton came from under the ring. Randy Orton ended up going for the RKO on Logan Paul, but Logan Paul escaped out of the ring. So KSI was the only one standing in the ring. Orton then ended up turning KSI around, and he delivered the RKO to KSI, to which KSI sold the hell out of that RKO. Great sell by KSI there. So the fans were chanting for Randy. Orton ended up grabbing a bottle of Prime. Orton then ended up smelling. Orton then smelled the Prime drink, and he took a sip of the Prime drink. Orton was like, this is very good. And then he poured the Prime onto KSI. So pretty much that was basically how the segment ended. But overall, I thought this was very boring. This was a boring segment to open SmackDown tonight. This was nothing but Logan Paul saying, oh, Prime is now the sponsor of premium live events from now on. That's all it was. Just this announcement from Logan Paul. Oh, so the premium live events are sponsored by Prime. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? But I guess this is going to be setting up Randy Orton versus Logan Paul. So to say. And then we had the first match of the night. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. They end up taking on Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And this was an okay match here. Match ended up getting on the way. Kevin Owens and Austin Theory started off the match. Owens locked in the headlock on Theory, and Theory ended up throwing Owens to the ropes. Owens then delivered a shoulder tackle, which took Theory down. Owens then delivered a hip toss to Theory. Owens then locked in the armbar on Theory, but Theory delivered a left hand to Owens. Theory ended up going to the ropes, and Owens delivered a side elbow to Theory, which was followed up by senton. Grayson Waller then tagged in. Owens then tagged Orton into the match, which the crowd ended up popping for Orton. Orton then delivered some right hands on Waller in the corner. He knocked Theory off the ring apron, and he delivered a right hand to Waller. Waller came back, delivered an elbow to Orton, and then Waller ended up tagging in Theory. Orton then delivered a right hand on Waller and a right hand on Theory. So Orton then tagged back in Kevin Owens. Theory delivered a drop kick, and Owens ended up rolling to the outside. Waller was then tagged in. Waller then delivered a right hand onto Orton, and he ended up running to the outside, and he delivered a clothesline to Owens. And then SmackDown went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back from the commercial, Austin Theory was in control of the match. He started delivering some left hands on Owens in the corner. Grayson Waller then tagged in. So both Theory and Waller end up double suplexing Owens. So Waller looked at Orton, and he tapped on the mat. He ended up going for the RKO, but Owens ended up pushing Waller into Theory. So Owens then ended up tagging in Orton. Orton then delivered a clothesline to Waller, and then he delivered a power slam. Orton ended up placing Waller on the second rope. He ended up going for the DDT, but Theory grabbed Waller, and Waller ended up hanging Orton on the top rope. Kevin Owens then delivered a cannonball onto Theory on the outside. Waller delivered a right hand to Owens. Orton then ended up grabbing Waller, placed him on the ring apron. He got Waller on the second rope, and he ended up pinning Waller with the DDT. So Theory got on the ring apron, and that distracted Orton. Waller then rolled Orton up. Orton ended up kicking out. Waller then delivered a right hand onto Orton, and Theory was then tagged in. Owens got into the ring, and he delivered a stunner to Waller. Theory then ran towards Owens, but Owens ended up popping Theory up in the air, and Orton ended up hitting Theory with the RKO. Orton ended up going for the cover, and there you go. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton ended up winning the match. Post-match, Logan Paul attacked both Randy Orton and Kevin Owens from behind. Logan Paul pulled out the brass knucks. Paul ended up going to hit Orton with the brass knucks, but Orton ended up delivering a kick to Logan Paul. Orton then stole the brass knucks from Logan Paul. He ended up going for a punch, but Logan Paul ended up moving out of the way, and Orton nearly hit Kevin Owens with the brass knucks. Orton then stopped. He took off the brass knucks. Him and Owens ended up fist pumping in the ring, and Logan Paul then slid to the outside, and pretty much that was basically that. But overall, this was an okay match from Owens, Orton, and also Theory and Waller. And then we saw Kayla Braxton. Kayla Braxton was interviewing Bayley backstage. So Bayley ended up telling Kayla Braxton that she is hanging on by a thread, and that things have felt off for so long, but she never imagined they would get to that point. So Bayley ended up saying that she keeps questioning what was real between Damage Control. She ended up saying that Dakota Kai used their history against them. Bayley ended up saying that she made a lot of enemies throughout the years, and she did it because she wanted to get to the top. She ended up saying, but most things she did them for both Io and Dakota. She kept saying now it is backfiring on her, and that she is all alone. Bayley ended up telling Kayla Braxton that it has made her more focused, and that Damage Control made the biggest mistake by underestimating them. Bayley ended up saying that she can adapt, and she built Damage Control with all of her heart, and she will do everything in her soul to break them. So pretty much that was basically that. So next week on SmackDown, it was announced that we're going to be getting Bayley versus Dakota Kai. So we'll be seeing that next week on SmackDown. And so then it cut to Naomi. What was up with Naomi's hair tonight? It was all greenish glow, and it started glowing. Like on the sides, you saw like the green end up glowing. I'm like, what was that? It looked like she was a walking LED. So she was watching Bayley. In came Bianca Belair. Naomi ended up telling Bianca that she feels bad. Bianca ended up asking, Naomi why. She kept saying that Bayley created Damage Control, and that she is in the same position that she had put Bianca for the last 2 years. So Naomi ended up telling Bianca she knows what it is like to be in a group and how it feels when it all breaks down. Bianca ended up telling Naomi that she wasn't there when Bayley was running everyone. So Bianca ended up telling Naomi, good luck. And pretty much that was basically that. And then we have Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley. He ended up taking on Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross was, of course, accompanied by Scarlett. And this was a decent match here. Match ended up getting on the way. Lashley started delivering some right hands to Kross. He then slammed Kross to the corner. Lashley then ran towards Kross, but Kross came back, delivered a boot to Bobby Lashley's face. Kross then delivered a suplex to Lashley. Lashley ended up delivering a suplex to Kross, and Lashley ended up clotheslining Kross to the outside. Lashley then threw Kross into the barricade. He then lifted Kross up. Scarlett stood in front of the ring post, which that distracted Lashley, which Kross then ended up getting onto his feet, and he pushed Lashley into the ring post. And then SmackDown went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back from the commercial, Kross was in control of the match. He delivered a elbow lock to Lashley, but Lashley ended up getting his foot under the bottom rope, so Kross had to break the elbow lock. Kross then delivered a gut wrench suplex to Lashley. He ended up going for the cover, and Lashley ended up kicking out. Kross then locked in a headlock on Lashley, but Lashley got to his feet. Lashley started delivering some right hands to Kross. He ended up running to the ropes, but Kross ended up clotheslining Lashley to the outside. Kross went to the outside, and Lashley ended up delivering a clothesline to Kross. Lashley then lifted Kross up, and he slammed him into the ring post. Lashley threw Kross back into the ring. He ended up going for the spear. Kross moved out of the way, and Lashley ended up going for the hurt lock on Kross. Kross tripped Lashley into the top turnbuckle, and he lifted Lashley up, and he hit him with a modified Death Valley driver. Kross ended up going for the cover, and Lashley ended up kicking out. Kross then lifted Lashley up, and Lashley then landed on his feet. Kross ended up running to the ropes, and Lashley delivered a spine buster. And that led to the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor. They both ran to the ring and attacked Lashley, and the ref called for the bell, so Bobby Lashley won the match by disqualification. So post-match, the Street Profits ended up running down to the ring, and we had all four men fight to the outside. Lashley ended up slamming Kross face first in the ring. Lashley ended up going for the hurt lock, and Scarlett got into the ring and distracted Lashley. So B-Fab got into the ring and she slapped Scarlett. So B-Fab ended up chasing Scarlett to the back. Lashley then locked in the Hurt Lock onto Kross, but Authors of Pain got into the ring and attacked Lashley. Dawkins ended up getting on the ring apron, but he was then hit with a big boot. Montez Ford ended up getting in the ring, but he was thrown to the outside by the Authors of Pain, and Montez Ford just sold the hell out of getting thrown to the outside. He went flying out of the ring. So Authors of Pain and Karrion Kross delivered some right hands onto Lashley. They started beating Lashley down, and then Kross ended up hitting the final prayer, and pretty much that was basically that. Overall, this was a decent match from Bobby Lashley and Karrion Kross here, but where are they going with this feud here? What are they doing? And then we saw Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee was backstage. He was talking on the phone, and in came Elektra Lopez. Elektra Lopez ended up asking Dragon Lee if he was on the phone with Rey Mysterio. And she then ended up telling Dragon Lee that he looks like a kid dressed as Rey Mysterio. And that led to Legado del Fantasma coming in. Santos Escobar and Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, they started laughing at Dragon Lee. Santos Escobar ended up telling Dragon Lee that Rey Mysterio and the LWO are in the past. He ended up saying that the present and the future are Legado del Fantasma. Santos then ended up telling Dragon Lee that he is nothing. So Dragon Lee then pushed Santos Escobar, but Humberto and Angel ended up pushing Dragon Lee down, and pretty much that was basically that. And as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we saw a graphic of the inductees that are going into the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame. Of course, it was announced that Paul Heyman was the first inductee. Very well, good for Paul Heyman there. Of course, it was the right time to induct Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame. It's in Philadelphia. ECW was, born in Philadelphia. So what a perfect time to induct Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame. And then it was announced that Bull Nakano is going to be in the Hall of Fame. So that's pretty cool. I remember seeing one of Bull Nakano's matches where she ended up taking on Alundra Blaze. Of course, Alundra Blaze is better known as Medusa. They had a match at SummerSlam 94. So that was one of the other matches that, I've seen from Bull Nakano. I thought she was pretty good, in the ring. But it's cool that she's going into the Hall of Fame. And it was just announced earlier today that the U.S. Express are going into the Hall of Fame as well. So there are your inductees so far for the 2024 Hall of Fame. And then we had Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time, versus Mia Yim. We just saw this match last month when Tiffany Stratton made her debut on SmackDown. If you've seen Tiffany Stratton's debut match on SmackDown against Mia Yim, it was the same thing. Same match. So Tiffany Stratton won the match. No surprise. Prettiest moonsault ever on Mia Yim. She went for the cover, and there you go. Tiffany Stratton won the match. Moving on. AJ Styles. Styles cut a promo backstage. He was talking about, LA Knight. So Styles ended up telling Knight that he saw him walking around like he owns the place. But the reality is that Knight does not deserve to be in the same locker room as him. He ended up saying that Knight stole momentum off his expense. He ended up saying that this is a cutthroat place to be. So Styles ended up telling him that Knight is overachieving, under-talented, loudmouthed, and desperately in need of humbling. And he is a phenomenal choice for the job. And so that cut to LA Knight backstage, watching what Styles had to say. He kept saying, phenomenal. He then took a practice swing. He kept swinging a chair onto the TV. Smashing the TV. And pretty much that was that. So it looks like we may be seeing AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Maybe at WrestleMania. So that would be a good match there. Seeing Styles and Knight go at it. But, decent promo from Styles. And as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we saw Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate was backstage. He was playing WWE 2K24, which came out today. And I didn't get the game yet. I will get a chance, to pick it up. And then in came Pete Dunne. So Pete Dunne looked at Tyler Bate. He didn't say a word to him. He was just looking at Tyler Bate with a serious look on his face. So Bate ended up looking at Pete Dunne. He ended up saying that he is right. And that he is going to talk to Nick Aldis and get an update on the Tag Team Championship situation. So Tyler Bate walked away. He ended up giving Pete Dunne the Xbox controller. So Pete Dunne began playing 2K24. So that was that. A little advertisement for 2K24. And then we saw Angel Garza. He ended up taking on Dragon Lee. And this was a okay match here. Matchup getting underway. Dragon Lee delivered a drop kick to Angel Garza. He then delivered a kick to Angel's face. Dragon Lee delivered a drop kick in the corner to Angel. He ended up going for the cover, and Angel ended up kicking out. Dragon Lee then threw Angel into the ropes, but Angel ended up stopping, and he ended up grabbing his knee. And that distracted Dragon Lee, and Angel delivered some, right hands to Dragon Lee. Angel then delivered a knee to Dragon Lee's face, to which Dragon Lee then fell to the outside. And then SmackDown went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back from the commercial, Dragon Lee was in control of the match. He delivered a sit-down powerbomb to Angel. Dragon Lee then delivered a kick to Angel's face. He climbed the top rope, and Angel delivered a right hand to Dragon Lee. Angel climbed to the top rope. Dragon Lee ended up tripping Angel up, and Dragon Lee delivered a double stomp onto Angel. And then Angel fell to the outside of the ring. Dragon Lee ran to the ropes, and he delivered a senton over the top rope onto both Angel and Humberto. Dragon Lee then threw Angel back into the ring. He ran towards him, but Angel delivered a kick to Dragon Lee's face. Angel then threw Dragon Lee into the ropes. He ended up going for a sit-down powerbomb, but Dragon Lee reversed that sit-down powerbomb into a hurricanrana. He ended up going for the cover, and there you go. Dragon Lee ended up winning the match. Post-match, we had Legado del Fantasma. Angel, Humberto, and Santos end up getting into the ring, and all three of them end up attacking Dragon Lee. So that was basically that. And then we saw Damage Control backstage. Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane, they end up cutting a promo. Dakota Kai ended up saying that she has always been the brains of Damage Control. So pretty much Damage Control were talking down on Bayley, and they ended up telling Bayley that if she was smarter, they would have seen it coming. So Dakota then ended up challenging Bayley to a match next week on SmackDown. So match confirmed for next week. And then we saw security, WWE security. They were standing in front of Cody and Seth's locker room. And also, WWE security were standing in front of the Bloodline's locker room. So pretty much security was blocking, all four guys' locker room. So Nick Aldis knocked on the door, and neither Cody or Seth answered. Nick Aldis then went inside, and Nick Aldis was like, "Oh, they're not in here." So Nick Aldis ended up asking one of the security guards where Cody and Seth are. And the security guy ended up telling Nick Aldis he doesn't know. So Nick Aldis ended up telling the security to go. And pretty much that was that. And then we had the Bloodline end up coming out. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. He came out, of course, with Paul Heyman, the Wise Man, Jim Uso, and Solo Sikoa. So they made their way down. They got into the ring. And then the lights end up going out in the arena. And The Rock's music ended up hitting. So The Rock came out. He stood on the ramp. He looked at the crowd. Rock slowly walked down to the ring. So fans were chanting Rocky as all five men stood in the ring. Paul Heyman then ended up handing Roman the mic. Roman got on the mic. He told the crowd in Dallas that greatness stands before them. Roman then looked at The Rock. He extended his arm. Both Roman and The Rock ended up hugging. And Roman then ended up telling the crowd there in Dallas to acknowledge them. So Cody Rhodes' music ended up hitting. Cody then walked down through the crowd. Seth Rollins was also shown walking down to the ring. He had his mouth taped. And then he walked down through the crowd, and then SmackDown went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back from its final commercial, we had all guys in the ring. We had The Rock, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes. All four guys in the ring face to face after, they went face to face at the WrestleMania Kickoff Press Conference in Vegas. So WWE security and Nick Aldis were outside. They were surrounding the ring. So the fans were chanting, "Whoa!" Of course, Seth Rollins' theme. And of course, we got a "whoa" from Cody Rhodes from the fans. So Cody got on the mic. He ended up saying that he knows it's tense and a lot of bad blood, but he feels very lucky to be standing in the ring. He ended up saying perhaps the four of them should take a moment and feel this right here in a sold-out Dallas, Texas. Cody then ended up telling The Rock that he heard his challenge and the stipulations. He then asked The Rock if he has the authority to make that match, because last week he acknowledged Roman as his tribal chief. So Cody ended up saying that they can cut through all this. The Rock then cut Cody off. The Rock told Cody to shut up. The Rock ended up saying that he acknowledged Roman as a tribal chief because it is what family does, and that they are family. He ended up saying at WrestleMania, Night 1, if Cody and Seth beat him and Roman, then at night 2, he will be free of the bloodline, Cody. He'll be free to achieve that story and his father's dream. And of course, the fans started chanting diarrhea to The Rock because of what Seth Rollins said on Monday Night Raw, calling The Rock Diarrhea Dwayne. So fucking lame. Like, anybody thinks that's funny. A 5-year-old will think that's funny. If you're older than 5 years old, then you'll find this fucking stupid. Diarrhea Dwayne. Can you believe that shit? So Seth started laughing. Of course he would start laughing. So The Rock ended up saying that when they beat Cody and Seth on night 1, on night 2, it's bloodline rules, and that anything goes. Seth then cut The Rock off. He ended up telling The Rock to shut the hell up. So Seth ended up saying that they know the stakes. The future of the industry is on the line. And Seth, with his wardrobe here, he was wearing like a heavy jacket. He looked like he raided, Snoop Dogg's closet with the jacket on? So Seth ended up telling The Rock, you listen to me, and you listen to me good, you midlife crisis. He ended up telling The Rock that he had his time, and that they can't have theirs. So Seth ended up telling The Rock that they accept. To which Roman then started laughing, and Roman ended up telling Cody, are you going to let this guy, Seth Rollins, answer for you? You must be an idiot, and you must be from Texas or something. So Roman then ended up asking Cody if he is going to let the cross-dresser answer for him. So Roman ended up telling Cody this is it at WrestleMania, and that he won't get another shot at the title. So The Rock ended up telling Cody it is over. He then called Seth a piece of shit. He ended up saying that he will do everything in his power to make sure Cody does not win and Seth's World Heavyweight Championship goes away. He ended up saying that he is a director on the board and that he is Seth and Cody's boss. So The Rock ended up telling Cody that if he doesn't finish the story, he will never get another shot at the undisputed WWE, Universal Championship. So he ended up telling Seth and Cody that they are family, and that their family is looking down, and they are proud. He ended up telling Cody that the American dream that he looked up to, that The Rock looked up to, is looking down. He ended up telling Cody that Cody is one of 3 kids. The Rock ended up saying that Cody's sister was a cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys. His brother is a future Hall of Famer who is in AEW. Of course, Dustin Rhodes. He ended up telling Cody that he is 20 years younger than his siblings. And that is because he was a mistake. So then, we saw like the WWE trademark graphic, on the side, when its signature is the end of the show. And then Cody then slapped The Rock. And SmackDown went off the air after that. So pretty much Fox cut the feed of what was going to happen next. So they were pretty much rushed off the air. And I saw footage online that, fans, took video of after the show. And it was pretty much nothing. After Cody slapped The Rock, The Rock was just saying a few words to, Cody and also Seth. And that was that. The Rock didn't even lay a hand on Cody. There was no physical altercations from The Rock. He wasn't punching away at Cody. Seth didn't even go at it. It was just The Rock making some words, and that was that. But this whole ending, here, it just felt rushed, in my opinion. But overall, I thought it was a, good promo segment here. Overall, SmackDown, aside from this ending with The Rock and Roman Reigns, Seth and Cody, the whole show was just mediocre. If you did not watch the show, you missed nothing. But anyways, that's it for the SmackDown review. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.